Small, big, flat, it doesn't matter. And the ones that you love are the most important. Keep in mind. Alright, so I guess I could slowly transition into the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, yesterday... where did I put the pictures? Oh, over here. So yesterday, I attended the offline tournament of Czech Arcade in Brno, and the tournament was in Tekken 7, my currently favorite game of all time, fighting game that I wanna play. Mamma mia, señorita. What's up? You kinda got here after the loot pics, but it's fine. The broadcast is not over, and I'm gonna share some real life stuff, which I think is interesting. So, there was this tournament at the Gamers Pub. It's called Gamers Pub. And on the picture you can see my arcade stick. I like it a lot. I have it right here, in fact. With custom art. It's Sing Sai or Se Sai from Dynasty Warriors. My favorite character. Favorite waifu of Dynasty Warriors. It's a cool girl. Green eyes. I love green eyes and dark hair. So, and I have the logo on there. And so, basically, I wasn't really expecting too many people to go there, and not that many people showed up, but more than I expected. In the end, there was 9 of us, and since there was 9 of us, we didn't go for double elimination as is usual. We decided for a Swiss format, so we would get more games to play. And for my 5 matches, I managed to win 1, which is very exciting. Now, you may laugh at me. You may. I encourage it. But for me, that's a large success. And here's why. The reason is, I picked up Tekken 3 weeks ago. This week was the first time I played online against other humans. So all of my knowledge and all my skill comes from information. I've been watching Tekken 7 since the arcade release in 2015, and I have been educating myself on the mechanics and the characters and all this other stuff. So now it's only about practicing and learning how to control the game, how to move. Movement is the most important thing in Tekken, and all that other stuff. So me being able to beat 1 person out of 5 in a tournament in offline setting where we actually care about how you play and how you do, that's very, very good. And I gotta say, I really want to talk about this. So playing offline in a tournament with a person next to you is so different. Because especially after you like put some time in and you really learn and you really practice, and now you wait an entire week or like 3 weeks for a tournament, and then you get in there and you see the other people, and then you sit down and just, you know, select your character and then wait for the other guy to pick his character. It's like, oh shit, let's go. I also, the only victory that I got was also from my weaker side. I'm used to playing with my character on the left, but in this specific instance I was on the right. So that was my weaker side, and I still managed to beat him in the first 2-3, so that was cool. I also managed to take some rounds off of the best players that are in Brno right now, so that also really reinforced my will to keep trying. Yeah. Definitely want to learn more. Now, I wanted to take a picture of this, because this is a custom hitbox that's made by Unicorn. That's our probably Brno's best, or well, according to the tournament, second best player. He was beaten by a 16-year-old guy. Yep, the young ones are good at them fighting games, it would appear. And Punk in Street Fighter V is another example of that. He's like destroying everybody everywhere. And Sonic Fox in Injustice also destroys everybody. And now he destroyed fucking the Filipino champ in Marvel, so that's pretty cool. Now the reason I wanted to take a picture of this is that a hitbox is a very unique, well, nowadays it's not as uncommon, but it's a unique way to control a game. It's a lot of people make fun of this as they call it a keyboard, which it kind of is, because you don't have like a stick to control your movement, and you don't have a D-pad like on a DualShock, right? But although it kind of is the same idea because it's a digital button, it's just on or off. So it's kind of a similar idea there, but it's like this box that you can have on your lap. And I haven't tried it myself yet. I'm kind of shy to ask Unicorn to borrow me his box and let me play on it. But one of these days I'm gonna have to give it a try because I'm really interested how this controls. A lot of people say that hitbox is kind of like cheating because there are certain movements and certain motions you can't really do on a stick or a gamepad. So I don't know about all that, but yeah, maybe there's something about that. Previously it has been possible to push the left and right direction at the same time, which you obviously can't do on a stick because it's like a lever which is on the left or on the right. You can do both at the same time. But I think the modern like boards, like the PCBs for these sticks, well, boxes, they disallow you to do that because it's actually cheating. Also, the other reason why I wanted to take a picture of this is that I like what it looks like. It's like this fucking basic freaking whatchamacallit, like a plank of wood. It looks really cool. It's a really cool box. Now I wanted to also take a picture of my girly ass drink because one of the reasons. Okay, here's something new you will learn about me. I have a little bit of a problem with certain foods and liquids, as you may guess from looking at me, perhaps. Now, specifically, I can't really drink alcohol. Now, I was never a huge fan of alcohol, so I don't really miss it. But I actually can drink it because of histamine intolerance, so I'm kind of working on that. And that means I can only drink soft drinks, but also I don't like fizzy drinks, and I also can't drink like lime and citrus fruits and stuff like that. So my options are extremely limited, which is one of the biggest reasons why I don't go out to pubs, because I'm a very picky customer and I don't fucking want anything, right? So fortunately, the the owners of this pub and the like waitresses and the service, they are all very young people, so it's like a very casual atmosphere. So I can just ask for whatever, right? So they have this like house lemonade, which is supposed to be like a grenadina juice and some orange juice and lime and ice and whatever. And I was like, hey, can I ask for just simple grenadina syrup juice and ice and like non-fizzy water? Is that okay? And it's okay. So I'm okay with that. I get what I want, I get what I can drink, and I'm totally fine. I definitely don't need alcohol to have a lot of fun, though I do kind of miss certain kinds of alcohol because it tastes good. It tastes good. I never get wasted. I never used to get wasted or anything like that. But there's some things I really enjoy to taste of, and the buzz is enjoyable. So yeah, it's a bit of a sadness, but not too much. It's alright. It's alright. The main reason why I went there was the tournament, which was great. I met some new people, and we got some new people who didn't know anything about like frame data or advantage or cross-ups or juggle combos or anything like that. But they were like, hey, this looks pretty interesting. I wanna know more. So we told them about our Czech Arcade Discord, and yeah, guess we got some new recruits for fighting game enthusiasts who want to take their game further. And the cool thing about like FGC, the fighting game community, is that everybody is so, well, okay, I can't say probably everybody, okay, but most people in the community in any region are very welcoming, and if you are in any way interested, everybody wants to help you out. And now some people may be like overbearing, which like they give you like tons of information at once, but most people are rational enough to just ask you how deep are you already and they know exactly what should you work on next. So it's a basically what I'm saying is that fighting games have a really narrow or very steep learning curve, but the community aspect really helps you helps you manage the curve. And I think it works pretty well. But yeah, you gotta not be afraid of socializing, which was my big problem for a long time, admittedly. But once you get in, it's kind of hard to get out because, everybody's cool. You just want to play games and learn and be better. And I think that's a very lofty goal to pursue. Manage the girth. What? Alright, so I guess that's it for the fighting game thing. Now, there's one other thing I want to talk about. Some of you who follow me on Instagram, let me link it up in chat now that I think about it. Some of you who follow me on Instagram may have noticed, or on Discord, that I post some pictures that I take when I take my walks. So that's one other thing that I guess I'll go deeper into that a bit later. But basically, I'm doing my best to sort of reactivate my body because I have been neglecting my body fucking hardcore for a very long time. And that's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to stream as much as I wanted to in previous months. So I'm taking these everyday morning walks, or like early afternoon walks, and to get more motivation to actually do them, I take pictures and I share with you guys because I think it's pretty, I guess, interesting to show you guys where I live. And yeah, Eastern Europe. I mean, a lot of people try to tell me, and maybe even you, that Czech Republic is not Eastern Europe, but in fact, it's Central Europe. Czech Republic is Central Europe, man. What are you talking about? No, man. Maybe from a geographical standpoint, from socio-political standpoint, it's fucking Eastern Europe, okay? And I'm proud of that shit. I'm gonna own that shit. All right? We got a lot of things to be proud of, and one of those things is the scenery and like historical sites. So basically, what I'm saying here. Okay, let me open this. This is Znojmo. Oh yeah, this is kind of funny. So I was in Znojmo and I saw this thing. I was like, man, this is so close, so close. It's almost like Dark Souls, tattoo parlor. Almost. Anyway, the more important thing. Oh yeah, I was at the tea house, the Happy Tea House, where you can get like shisha, tea, salep, all sorts of coffee, other stuff. I really like to chill in a place like this, especially in the morning when nobody's there. It's perfect. Glorious. Here in the background you can see the shisha. Oh wait, you can. Here's the shisha. Water pipe, hookah, whichever you want to call it. But more importantly, I want to talk about this. So I took a walk to the lookout that's like close to my house. It's like 2 kilometers. And it's all uphill, so it's a really good fucking workout. Now, I'm just gonna go through these pictures, and at the end, I'll show you the video. And basically, what I'm trying to do here is that probably this week, I'm gonna take a time-lapse video. I'll take my phone, I'm gonna hold it like over here, and I'm just gonna walk, and you will see from first-person perspective how I go through from my house to the lookout. I'm gonna speed it up so it doesn't take fucking 30 minutes. And I'm gonna talk over it. I'm gonna put some music, maybe something like this, and I'm gonna talk about some other shit that's going on in my life, maybe some other game, whatever I feel like, and it's gonna be cool. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Yeah, vodní dýmka. Yeah. Mamma mia, señorita. Do you know Czech language, or did you Google Translate that shit? Baba Magics, bongs without herbs are pointless? Well, the last time I tried, I may have tried green herbs. It wasn't great, man. It wasn't great. I had like this huge panic, anxiety attack. That was not cool. I will not do that ever again. I'm not interested. The reason why I do water pipe is the smoke and the smell. And also, it's a cool thing. You just, like sit back, you have this salad or tea, you chill, and then you do this cool smoke with the nice smell, and you talk to a person. That's one of my favorite things to do in life. Going with someone to a tea house. It's nice. So over here you can't really see it, but let me zoom in a little bit. So this over here is the lookout we're going to. Alright? Or watchtower, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a lookout, right? This is what it looks like. It's like a steel construction in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's called, I think it's called Ostrá Horka, which is like a jaggedy hill. I guess it's called in English would be. Or sharp hill, something like that. It sounds kind of cool in English. Here's the rest of the construction. I think it's supposed to be like a 20-meter thing, 50 meters, something like that. I don't know what's up with this padlock over here, but there's probably some story about that. Also, it's kind of cool to look down when you're all the way up there. This is where I stood when I took the picture looking at the lookout. Over here is a TV tower. Wait, can you see it? Over here is a TV tower. We're going to be going there later, because this over here is like a old stone quarry, and the TV tower is close by, so I'm gonna take a look at that soon. Somewhere over here, that's where I live. You can see my building because there's this huge ass fucking thing there, apartment block. Yeah, I like my city. It's like, I always thought it's boring and just nothing special at all. But when, as it usually is, when a cool person, be it a girl or boy, enters your life, you see things differently, right? So there was this girl from another city. Now, you may find this interesting. The other city she was from was called Ostrava. You may have heard the word Ostrava from a video game, perhaps, maybe. Ostrava is a city in Czech Republic. It's known for like this, the coal mines and power plants and all that stuff. So it's like a very industrial, heavy city, known for like not very painterly scenery and smog and all that stuff. So when she came over to check out Brno, I took her around the sites and all that stuff, and she was like, "Man, that's beautiful! Wow, that's awesome! This is amazing!" She was always in constant state of amazement, and I was like, "Fuck! I guess this city is pretty cool." And another thing about the city is that it's very peaceful, which I appreciate with each day more and more. I didn't realize it at first, but living in a peaceful city is very important for me, I guess. It's not loud, nothing crazy happens here, there's no terrorist attacks, there's nothing here. There's nothing here to attack, I guess. On a side note, Czech elections took place this weekend, and I'm just gonna say, there are no moral values to attack here. So nobody cares to attack this country. Now that may be bad or not, I don't know. It results in a peaceful country, so I'm in. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. This is a part of a horse ranch. You probably can't see the horses. They're really tiny. There's a horse, this little dot here, I guess. Alright, so there are some messages here. So I was kind of thinking of like buying a notepad or something and putting it in some sort of like a plastic container and put some pen with it and just leave it at the lookout. So people can leave messages in the notebook. Now, I don't know how long would it stay there if someone would just steal it or take it away, or maybe it would just get... Maybe put a stone on top of it so it doesn't fly away and stuff. But I kind of want to do that because I think it would be an interesting idea. Maybe take a walk here every week and see what new messages are in the notebook. I think I'm going to do that. Could be interesting. So there are these various messages. This one says, Limitem našich snů je pouze nebe, which basically translates to the limits to our imagination is the sky itself. And this was interesting. This says something about, my dear, you are the most amazing thing that has met me in my life. And it's amazing to me seeing you grow every day. And I act like a fool. There is a more vulgar term besides the fool, but it's besides the point. And the rest I can't read, and unfortunately it's worn out. Now this is interesting. Can you see the thumbs up? This here says that this beam is cracked, which is kind of scary to think about. But this thing over here, přeji všem vše, which basically translates to, I wish everything to everyone. I was not expecting a message like this. That's pretty interesting. How many dicks scribbled? Actually, I couldn't find a single one. I was looking, but I couldn't find any. So that was peculiar. And this is on my way back again. So I guess that's it for the pictures, right? No, there's more? Oh yeah, I guess there's more. Oh yeah, this was my next walk. I walked to the Valley of Friendship, it's called. Údolí přátelství. And there's this fountain type of thing, or like a spring water thing. I really like this, man, I really like the autumn and fall season. Fall and spring are the best seasons of all time. Summer can go fuck itself right away. Winter is acceptable because nights are long and I like that. But summer, man, fuck everything about summer. Right, so here's the Chapel of Saint Anthony. Kaplička svatého Antoníčka. It's pretty cool. It's pretty well kept now that I think about it. Although, I gotta say, the part of town that I live in, which is this place, is like a special kind of peaceful. Because most of the population are very old people, so there's not many hooligans or anything like that. Though there are some. They come out at night. Mostly, they come out at night anyway. But this place seems to be pretty well kept, and there's no like graffiti on it or anything like that, so I'm kind of proud of the population of this specific part. I think it's cool. Yeah, this is awesome. I just really love the autumnal scenery. And it's so amazing because this is so close to the urban quarters. It's like not even 500 meters away is like this big ass fucking apartment block. It's pretty cool. When you return to your city after like 2 or 3 weeks trip, that awesome feeling when you look at all those familiar streets and buildings. Yeah. That is exactly. So I really like traveling by trains, and whenever I get back from outside of Brno, and I get back to Brno by train, arriving at the main station, you get to see Petrov, or the Cathedral of Peter and Paul. And that building is about 900 years old. It had like these neo-Gothic towers built in at the beginning of the 20th century, and it's probably my favorite building of all time. Definitely my favorite building in Brno. It's also really similar to Bloodborne building. Yeah, let me look for it. Let me look for the picture, because I did compare the two buildings in one screenshot. So let me find the screenshot and let's take a look. The Bloodborne building only has one tower, but it's the exact same kind of structure and it looks very similar. So let me look at it. I do have it somewhere here. So what I'm trying to say is that when I get back by train and I arrive at the main station, I get to see Petrov and I'm like, yeah man, I'm home. Feels fucking good. And I hope oh, there it is. Perfect. Let me copy this over here. Okay. So here we go. How good is this? How good is this shit? I think it's pretty fucking good. I think this is pretty fucking good. I love this. When I saw this building in Bloodborne, I was like, Interesting. Tap some pics of my city in Discord. Yeah, definitely do so. I really love seeing like the pictures of the city that's taken by a normal civilian, not like this super artistic pictures. Oh, super artistic pictures are also nice, but seeing pictures from normal humans, I think, are also very interesting, and they give you perspective, different perspective. That's very valuable. All right, so